What is up, guys, and welcome back to part 2 of the Emilia Romagna GP. As you can see, the setup that I was using in part 1 has not changed. Level 5 Sergeant, level 4 Alonso, both rare, and that is the car setup that I'm using. Pretty balanced. So this is the last 4 races of the opening round, and I did lose 1 point due to a mistake, but let's do the last 4 races and see where we place. Mexico City for the 5th race. Again, the team score is working in our favor, so I'll take that. I've raced over in Mexico enough times now to know the strategy, so it's just a 3-2-3 on softs. I can push for 4 on softs with Logan, but again, I want to be creating as much lead as possible. So we're going to go with the softs for both. Just going to throw some boosts on to hopefully get full score. So we can give Logan some battery from Iron Force, and we'll give Alonso some cranberry for the overtaking. Bit laggy there at the start, but that's okay. Nothing too severe. So we're able to push the speed of the engines up, and the race is underway for P1 and P2. The rivals struggling in P5 with their Logan. Just creating a massive lead here. I'm going to cut Alonso down just so he can pull some battery, and Sargent as well. Boost him, cut him down. Alonso's stuck in that dirty air now, but that's okay. Creates a bit of a distance for us in any way from Sargent. Just gonna give Alonso a bit of support there. Cut down there so we can boost into pits. Alright, and now it's just a cruise to the finish. Unless we blunder up the pit stop again. Okay, Alonso's caught up now. Struggling there with the back marker, the AR sergeant. Quite a big lead between us and the rival Verstappen, 19 seconds, so that's very good. I'm gonna put in the pit orders now with no servicing. Same goes for Alonso, no servicing. We've barely used 50% in 3 laps, so that's enough to carry us to the end with hard use of the engine. Not gonna stack at all, gonna be out the pits in a flash, so way before the rival Verstappen can come around, Alonso is gonna be out. Again, struggling with the AR sergeant. I'm just gonna boost a little bit for some support. And let the battery build up to push now for this last lap. If the back markers don't hold us up, of course. And then I can just boost Logan all the way to the end. Rival doesn't have enough battery to push. But they're gonna push with Verstappen now. But they have the slower tires and less battery, so I'm just gonna boost Alonso to the finish. And Logan just runs out at the finish line. Easy P1 and P2. I hope the boost feature does come back for the rivals so that we can see if they are using boosts and if they're real players or bots. Miami for the 6th race. Taking quite a while to search for rivals in these races. Again, another matchmaking in our favor. Almost 100 team score difference for us. So we're going to be running mediums for this race. We're just going to give Alonso some time management and race start. And we're gonna give Logan some overtaking as well. You just want to cut down on the straight to build up massive battery and then boost again. Creating a massive lead. The rival is waiting and conserving their battery, so I'm just going to cut down here on these corners, boost a little bit on the straight, and then cut back down to conserve battery charge right there. And now the rival is pushing, but it's not enough because I'm going to boost through these corners. And we're going to go for the softs. We're going to stack here, but it's okay. I'm just going to cut Alonso down so that I can boost into pits. As you can see, he was just under 5%. If I didn't cut him down and I drove in regular driving mode, I wouldn't have been able to boost into pits there. We're going to stack a little bit, but it's okay. Because now we're going to create a massive lead. 37 degrees, wow. It's blazing here in Miami. Just going to conserve for this lap and then boost on lap 4. Decisions. I'm not sure whether I should go for the mediums or the softs because the heat is so hot and my tires are just going to wear out. So I suppose I could go for the softs. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come back to pit after the 5th lap again. .38 degrees, wow. Unfortunately, the rivals component has failed, so they're not able to keep up. And now they're going to suffer for it, so they're going to have to go to pits. So I'm going to bring in Logan for the pits now, and then bring in Alonso to the pits now at the end of lap 6. So Sargent should catch up to the rivals Leclerc. Just going to boost him there. Leclerc completely out of tires, so I'm going to take that opportunity to boost around here, cut down on this straight since he has a lot of battery, boost around again to clear any traffic in the pits, only one car, just cut down here, boost up to the straight again. It's going to be a close one, but we see if we can bring home the 47 points. Bit slow, yeah. So I hope it doesn't prove to be a problem. Gonna cut down here, just conserve a bit on the straight and then boost to finish. And there we go, 47 points. No chance for Leclerc to catch up to Logan. 1% tires at the finish line. The rivals Max Verstappen 46 seconds behind us. And that's the drivers that we're using and the car. The heat was way too hot over in Miami for any two-stop strat. But it worked out in my favor in the end. I was able to create massive leads with the grip. Jump on into race 7, which is in Melbourne. One of the hardest tracks for overtaking. At least in the 2022 season. This year it does feel like the cornering is a bit better than last year, which would have been Aero. It does feel like it's a bit easier to overtake in Melbourne, Australia, provided your car does have enough cornering. So P2 and P4 for us against the rival P1 and P3. We're not gonna go for one stop here. We need corners, lots of corners. So I think Ode. And for Alonso we can give him the Merlion on the softs. Just taking off again into P1 and P2. And as you can see, Alonso with that extra corner from Merlion just overtaking Sargent like it's nothing. Cut down there, boost a little bit onto the straight, create a bit of a lead, and cut down again to build up some charge. Because now the rival's coming at us, as you can see. I want to boost Alonso into those corners. and just defend with Sergeant as needed. Put up the engine mode there. Struggling to overtake the Verstappen. I don't really want to push those tires too much either. And Sergeant, otherwise he's gonna lose massive amounts of time close to the pits. So we'll get that rival max just now. Same with Alonso, just gonna let him cruise until he's just about run out, so it should be boost into pits. And as you can see, that slowed down massively the car. And I forgot to pit Sergeant again. Just awesome luck here, so we're gonna have to go for I think the softs, or maybe, let's see. We could do the mediums. We're gonna go with mediums on Sergeant. We're just gonna boost him all the way. Come and overtake Leclerc with Alonso here, and then bring him back to softs again on the 5th lap, end of the 5th lap. Conserve here. And Sergeant should be going in just behind Leclerc. I actually think I'm going to put Alonso on the mediums just to play it safe. Give us some room to use the ERS versus having ERS but having to watch those tires. So Sergeant should be able to get 3 to 4 laps out of these. As long as I'm on 75%, by the end of lap 5 I'm good to go. So we need to make up some pace here. Coming around the pits. Down into P5. Boost Sergeant again around those corners. Make use of that boost. Verstappen just holding us back. Okay, so we're gonna build some charge there. Verstappen is gonna have to come to pits, the rival, so we're just gonna try go for the overtake. We managed to get around the AR Verstappen. All looking good. I don't know if it's gonna be a 47 points, but we're gonna try. Definitely gonna try and fight for those 47 points again. Taking Leclerc over shouldn't be much of a problem actually. And Verstappen is going to have to come to pits actually on the end of lap 7, so massive waste of time for the rival. And it should give us some room to overtake with Sergeant back for P2. I'm going to boost here. Now as you can see, the rival is starting to worry a little bit. It's going to let Alonso cruise, and our Sergeant is also going to run out of tires, it looks like. So P1 and P4 for us, 45 points from the looks of it. Just going to boost from here because we've got no choice. Could have boosted on the last 2 turns, but I've got enough battery to try and get this P3. It only just slips from us. So again, another mistake, the same mistake, that cost us 2 points, so 3 points down so far. Such an amateur mistake too, but trying to multitask, it's I'm not too good at it. Let's just say. So 2 epics, and we had the better car, much better car. So for the last race, back to Emilia. Last race for the opening round, last race for the video, part 2. I hope you guys are having better luck with your GPs, and that you guys can get P1, whatever you're aiming for. Obviously P1 is the best, but let me know how your guys' GPs is going down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. What's the difficulty you've entered, as well as how you're finding the first GP of the season. Another good team score in our favor. The whole opening round has been like that. You know what, I'll rather take the mistakes on my end than possible disconnection in the race. I'd rather earn 45 points or 46 points versus 3 points. So yeah. The rival is gonna struggle. Kinda feel bad for them, you know, with this matchmaking. It's not fair. If it was me, I would be upset, and it does happen. Where you go like against someone, for example, now I would have gone up against someone with 1100 team score, 1120 versus mine. Okay, I'm not going to use any boost here. 39 degrees, more than enough to peel away and just secure the race. I'm going to be doing 2-3-2 here. Just going to cut down Sergeant and let Alonso create a massive lead. We'll let the rival overtake us so we can create some distance between Alonso and Logan. And there, as you see, Alonso didn't have enough battery to boost into pits, which has cost me a few seconds. And that's one thing you want to avoid. I've pointed this out several times in my previous videos. Make sure that you have at least 10% battery, or 7 or 8% near the pits, so that you can boost into pits at the maximum speed, because you don't use any entering pits or exiting. So if you don't have enough battery to enter pits at the maximum speed, you're not gonna be able to pick up any to change that. Logan all the way down to P9, so I'm just gonna boost him for the ARs that are going to pit now. Don't want to get caught up in any traffic. Just let the rival Verstappen, I believe, Norris, hold up Logan to create some distance and let him charge his battery. Gonna boost around the last turn onto the straight. and build up that battery. Put in the pit orders. Come back to mediums. Boost Sergeant now. More than enough space. I almost thought I had done the same mistake again as Sergeant was moving away from the pits. So it's all a case of building up battery. Alonso does have the better overtaking, so I'm just going to let him build up battery to attack Norris. He's got a much better time management this season, whereas Alonso is the master of overtaking this season. So just going to boost a little bit onto the straight. And also Sergeant, we don't want Verstappen trying anything. Excuse me, and then we're going to boost again because his battery's full. And yeah, the rival didn't service their car, so unfortunately they didn't. So Rival is left far behind, as you can see. Norris from P1 to P6. That's what happens when you don't service the car. You lose massive amounts of time, and as you can see now, I've created this massive lead between myself and the rival. Just want to take a screenshot of this. But I'll do that later. And there we go, 47 points. So yeah, let me know how your GP is going, guys. And appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I appreciate every one of you, all my subscribers. The channel is growing so much more faster than I anticipated, but I'm not complaining. It lets me know I'm doing something right and that you guys are enjoying the content. So shout out to all of you. Big thanks. Let's just see where we placed overall out of the competitors in the opening round. That'll tell us how tough the final round is going to be, even if we score a perfect score for the final round. Not too bad. I mean, I just came short 3 points due to mistakes on my end, but you know, we take it, we roll with it. And so we placed P7, not bad. I could have placed P3 if I didn't make the same mistake a second time, but yeah, that's it. Until the next one, guys, peace.